For the first time since the ban on superstar Kamal Haasan's controversial film, the Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha has spoken out defending the decision, claiming that attempts were not made to target Kamal Haasan. She has said this is not political vendetta as alleged by the superstar. In fact, she also goes on to say that it was only a threat to law and order which prompted her government to take the step.
I have been accused of having a personal motive in this. One motive that has been attributed is some business interest in a private TV channel. Many papers have published such reports. Many TV channels have reported such news. The channel in question is Jaya TV. Jaya TV is a channel which supports the All India Anna DMK. Other than that, Jaya TV does not belong to me, does not belong to the party. I do not own any shares in Jaya TV. I am not in any way associated with the administrative, day-to-day administration of the channel. I have nothing to do with Jaya TV. So to say that there was a demand that the film should be sold at a low price to Jaya TV, and because of that I am taking this action, is a wild, reckless charge against a responsible constitutional authority. And whoever has made these charges, we will have to take legal action against them, whether it is a newspaper, whether it is a TV channel. I have some personal motive, some personal grudge against Mr. Kamal Haasan. And the reason being attributed for that is that he made a speech at a function somewhere saying that a dhoti-clad, a veshti-clad Tamil should become the Prime Minister. Now, why should I take offense to such a statement? Mr. Kamal Haasan has got the freedom to wear his political views like anyone else. If he wants a veshti-clad Tamil to become the Prime Minister, that is his opinion. And by now I have been in politics for enough years. I have been in politics for more than 30 years. I am experienced enough to know that Mr. Kamal Haasan does not select the Prime Minister of the country. So, at the time the elections take place, more than 100 crore people are going to cast their votes. And after that we have to see which formations emerge. And out of the emerging formations, the future Prime Minister will emerge. So why should I take offense? Mr. Karunanidhi has come out with a wild, fictitious story that I wrote a letter to Mr. MGR in the 1980s complaining about Kamal Haasan. Now, this is one of the most ridiculous pieces of fiction, one of the most absurd charges I have ever faced in my life. In the 1980s, I was meeting Mr. MGR on a daily basis. He was the Chief Minister. I was the propaganda secretary of the party and an MP. Every day he would go to the secretariat in the morning. I would go to the party office in the morning. In the afternoon, both of us would meet at his Mambalam office. We would have lunch together. After that, we would discuss various issues for hours together. I would brief him on all the issues concerning the party, about various petitions that were presented by party men, about various petitions that were given to me by members of the public wherever I went, and he would call the necessary officers and issue the necessary instructions. So when I was meeting him practically every day on a daily basis, why should I write a letter to him, and that too on such a trivial matter? So since Mr. Karunanidhi has made this fantastic charge, it cannot be dismissed lightly. So we will be instituting legal proceedings for defamation against Mr. Karunanidhi and all the newspapers which have published this fictitious defamatory charge.
While meanwhile, the centre too stepping in, the Information and Broadcasting Ministry has reacted to the controversy and tweeting the minister has said it is perhaps time to revisit the Cinematographic Act for implementation. Else, he says, each state will be its own censor.
As far as Kamal Haasan's film is concerned, and it would be unfair to comment on the merits, it is of course important to note the stand which we believe is the correct stand, subject to the court finally deciding that such matters which have been screened and cleared by the censor board should have to pass a very, very high threshold before they are stopped. Merely because some people don't like something cannot be a ground for overriding the considered opinion of an expert statutory body. But as I said, it is the court which will ultimately decide.